Alright guys, so I'm wearing the same exact shirt I was wearing in the last video because I make these things in tandem. So if anybody wants to be smart, the comment section goes, oh well, you're wearing the same shirt you wore in the last video. It's because I make videos back to back. That's how I get it done. Anyway, so watching the Know the other day, and they were talking about a subject. Xbox Scorpio outperforms PC. Interesting. Anyway, so I started watching this video, and they were really, just because you can report on something does not mean you need to report on something. The comment section alone in this video is cancer. I mean, just pure God cancer. You're going to kill yourself looking at this video. Anyway, so in this video, they explained that this guy from Windows Central, let me bring his name up here, Jez Corden. I already know Battlefront 2 will look better on Scorpio than a vast majority of PCs on Steam, native 4K at 60 frames per second. The comment section on his post is just pure God cancer. Just cancer, man. Because when you're making a bold claim like that, you really, really, really need to back it up. I don't see it. My PC is not the best in the world, so maybe my PC is not the best example of this, but I know for a fact that mid to high-end gaming PCs, not the low-end guys, not something I've got, a potato, will do 4K, no problem. Sure, you have to pay a little bit more money out in the initial cost, but to make that kind of claim, and let's go back to that for a second. Let's go back to that first. I know I'm ADDing. I don't write scripts for these shit, so bear with me. When you build a gaming PC, okay, that PC will not only play games, it will edit video, it will watch movies, it will email and text, whatever you want it to do, okay, it will do. The better equipment you have in there, the more you can do. So let's say you want to build one just for gaming. Well, you don't have to have an 8-core processor. You don't have to have more than 8 gigs of RAM these days. I believe 8 gigs is like minimum. You don't have to have a Intel, i9 processor running whatever, DDR4 memory running 64 megabytes, or whatever. You don't have to have all that because you're just trying to play games. Now, if you're doing like video compression, things like that, yeah, it will help you do that because, well, faster processor means you get things done faster, yeah, I put together a couple PCs. I'm not like a professional at this, okay? All I know is that Intel makes a processor for video compression. You probably want a quad-core processor, a little more cores than that, pretty high speeds, Make sure it's Intel. AMD makes an okay chip, but it's not so great for video compression. I don't know. I haven't dealt with the Ryzen. I'm still dealing with the old FM2 socket set from years ago. Anyway, so this is a very bold claim because there's no way it could be true. At $400, you're telling me that you can get a Xbox One that runs games at 60 frames a second at 4K. Now, I'm thinking that that's going to be certain games, certain titles. It won't be all games. I'm thinking it's going to be more like the PS4 Pro. That's what I'm thinking. I may be wrong. I'm not a Microsoft fanboy. I don't know. I'm not a Sony fanboy. I don't know. I'm not a PC fanboy. I don't know. I have all three of them, okay? I'm just telling you to keep your expectations low. That way you're not disappointed. Because this is causing a major flame war. I'm going to show you some of these comments, all right, in the video. And I will read them, but I will not tell you who wrote them. I will be at least that respectful. So I think the first comment comes from the actual Twitter post itself. All right. So let me get my computer to act right with me today. The first comment is not a difficult thing to claim if you're going to. Oh, sorry. Let's try that again. Not a difficult thing to claim if you're going by Steam hardware survey where low-end PC hardware still dominates. Exactly, laugh out loud, said Jez. So the user said, well then, you're setting a very low benchmark for the Scorpio. No one is interested in how it compares to low-end PCs, only high-end PC. He's got a point. We don't care if it compares to low-end PCs. Okay? We only care if it compares to high-end PCs or middle PCs. Then Jez, shot back with some kind of meme where this guy's shrugging his shoulders, like, oh, whatever. Anyway, so comment number 2. The PCs that they... This is from the No video. The PCs that they mentioned in the No video, and I'll leave the link to it below so you guys can watch this video. But those are not gaming PCs. That's like saying a Prius is faster than a sports car from 1950s. He's got a point. Some of the charts and the Steam charts show very low-end PCs because people don't, like I said, people do not constantly keep putting their PC into the Steam charts, okay? And it just goes on and on and on. Here's another comment from the No video. Steam survey is laughable. It contains outdated records and is not updated often. Like I've been saying. Plus, it does not consider what system you are using. If you have a gaming PC and a laptop, it counts them both. Does not survey your hardware again every time you upgrade. For example, the last time I asked you to submit my data was 2 years ago on my laptop. My gaming rig has been several upgrades since then. It's just not a good database for getting a view of actual current gaming PCs used by active Steam users. Very good point. So, I am interested to see how this thing fares against medium to high-end PCs when it is released. They'll be shown at E3. I understand that. They've shown the specs off from Digital Foundry. I understand that. But when it comes down to, for lack of a better term, boots on the ground type of gameplay, where we can actually see side by side like a GTX 1070 or GTX 1080 or even a GTX 1060 6GB model, and then those 2 variants, versus the Xbox Scorpio, how it fares against those 2. Given the Xbox Scorpio will use its own AMD Jaguar chip. So I've had experience with APUs. They're not that great. I built a hybrid or dual graphics system a few years ago, and it's just junk. I mean, just god-awful junk. So we'll see how it fares against something that has a dedicated graphics processor and a dedicated CPU and dedicated RAM versus something with an APU that's made specifically for the Xbox, brand. I'll link the link below for the No video and everything. I just thought it was very interesting and very laughable. And if you guys like this video, please click that like button and subscribe. And I will be back with you guys again with a different t-shirt on next time. I promise you that. This is Jesse James King for 81 Studios, signing out.